Welcome back, you beautiful people. I'm in my garage and I'm gonna run through my top best things I've ever bought, been given, and I like to carry around wherever I go with my mountain bike. Stick around. So I'm gonna break it down from kind of the most cheapest to the most extravagant, expensive thing that I like to have and that I would love to have, and it makes my life a lot easier for biking. First one, it's in my pocket. I'm gonna blow your mind. Look at it. This is lip balm. I don't go anywhere without my lip balm. That is kind of quite expensive. The best thing that I love, and it actually goes everywhere with me, everywhere, with loads of other stuff inside, is this. This is probably one of my favorite things I've ever bought. This thing has cost me like £2.99. So that's like cheap wherever else. It's just a black tub, empty one, but I stick loads of stuff in here, and this thing lives in my car. So wherever I go, this comes with me with all the essential things that I need to do. So the night before, I kind of pack my car and I chuck everything in here and I make sure it's all in here before I basically put it in the car. Next one. Now, I am a fan of recycling stuff. Plastic is just terrible. We're all trying to just, eliminate plastic as much as we can. This is a bamboo cutlery set, okay? Chopsticks, if you're feeling fancy. I kind of use it when I eat noodles, like instant noodles. This kind of lives in that box, so when I'm out, I don't need to get plastic cutlery, or if I need something to eat my food with, I've got it all right here. And this actually cost me really cheap. This was like $6.99 for all of that, off Amazon. I go everywhere with it. I actually carry two, just in case my wife needs one, or a friend in need can borrow one of these. The next one is, I'm a kind of a sweaty guy, kind of perspirate a lot, and my helmet, my pads and everything all like that. This here, Foam Fresh from Mack Ride. It is Mack Ride, it is a brand partner, but I've been using this ever since they launched it back in whenever. I use it constantly. I put it in my shoes, I put it in my helmet, I put it in all my pads and gloves, especially on a hot day. You don't want your car stinking out. It's a citrus blast to your pads. When you come to put them back on, they smell nice and fresh. Foam Fresh. Next up, now, a dirt jumper never cares to what tire pressure he's got in, as long as it's rock solid, as well as the suspension. Nowadays, I kind of trail dude, so tire pressure is essential for me, and I'm slowly learning this. I got this Toe Peak tire pressure gauge, and it's a digital one. It'll tell me everything that I need. This lives in that box. I will put in 32 PSI. It's probably still too hard for some kind of guys, but that's my recommended tire pressure for me. But that, very smart, very smart. Next up, tools. We love tools. Now, when you're going out riding on your mountain bike and something, you crash, your bars twist and stuff, you need to carry some tools. Now, I do have this in my pocket constantly on a daily basis with my lip balm, is this little Ninja. This is the T8 Plus, so it's got 8 little bits on here, the essential things you need to have when it comes to little quick maintenance on the trail. Is this little Toe Peak Ninja T8 Plus. I love it, but you know what? When you go for a bigger ride and you need something else, I do carry this as well. This, not at the same time, but when I go out for bigger rides, I carry this guy. This is the mini one. And this one, it's got everything. Look at it, and it's gold, man. It's bling. And it comes in this little guy as well. I'm sticking with the tools thing. Now, you've got the bigger one, you've got the tiny guy, but there's those little fiddly bits, whereas this, to put on a bottle cage, trust me, it's painstakingly slow. Whereas this guy here, the Toe Peak ratchet set, comes with a little ratchet, comes with all the bits that you need. I highly recommend you don't use a number 8 with this thing, with your pedals. Why? You snap these. You don't want that. So there, it's for the little fiddly ones. I love this, and it comes with your torque setting wrenches right here. So you've got, well, I don't know, you've got 6, 4, and 5. So you can geek out on what kind of torque settings you need for your bolts. For me, it's just, that'll do. Still on the tools thing, now this one is a pet hate of mine. When you have zip ties, on your bike, you kind of cut them with side cutters or whatever, you just cut it. But when you cut it with just normal side cutters, it kind of leaves this long, spiky, sharp thing. So when you come to washing your bike, you're washing away quick to get it done, and then you get this long line of like redness blood just peeling out your hand because of that sharp bit that you've cut your cable tie with the wrong snips. Now, Park Tools have got this. Right, look at that. Probably looked like normal little side cutters to you, but no. This little edge right here, when you cut a cable tie right by the head, it's like a clean cut. Look at that, it's so clean. So when it comes to washing your bike, you're not gonna get that horrible scratch. I used to use just a little Stanley blade, just so I can get it so close to the head so I don't have that sharp edge. Whereas this, Park Tools have got this little guy. Now, I love these. I love Fanny Packs. I know Richard hates them. I actually love them. I've got a few. So I've got a really small one here, and this one just carries my phone, multi-tool, my GoPro if I need to put it in there. In here at the moment is my Garmin computer, because I've just done an epic ride. I needed that. My heart rate monitor. Don't know what that's doing in there. Some tin foil with some hydration tablets, a pump, really small one, a protein bar, all the things that I need, and some plugs and all that rad jazz, all in a fanny pack. And this one's quite slim now, and also it's got like a little bottle cage holder if I don't have a cage on my bike. I love a good fanny pack, but when it gets when I go for a longer one, I got this one here. This is even a bigger one. This one I can carry water, it carries a bladder inside it, like a 1 liter or 1.2 something liters of water in this one. This is for a kind of a bigger day, but I love a fanny pack. It carries everything I need on myself, and I can just whip it off. It doesn't feel like I got a backpack on, nothing. I love a fanny pack. Now we're on the trail. We love to capture footage of ourselves riding down the trail, hitting a big jump, going back, showing it, put on social, whatever, showing it to your mates. Now, I do like action cameras. Now, I've just purchased this guy right here. This is the Max, GoPro Max. This one is just a massive wide angle. It just captures everything. My favorite angle is the chesty. So I've got my chesty, I've got the Max, and I've got the GoPro Hero 9. This is probably, that's as a bundle. I also use those GoPros to capture everything that I do, self-filmed. I built this garage, so I used the GoPros to film most of that. Building my side hack, a bike rack, which I'll come to in a minute, all of that. I use those little guys, they just go in my pocket, they go in my mouth, and I can just film everything. I really do like it. I use this thing to get rotor bolts out. You just stick it in there, and look, it stays like this. In my garage, just leave this here, T25, burp, burp, burp. Get everything out, put the next disc on, whip it on, done, and then actually torque it to the correct settings, because I got this on a really low setting, so don't just, it just destroys the threads in my hub, and that could be bad news, but I use this guy. I love riding. I love taking my wife riding, but now I've got a little man. Now I've had him for like 2.5 years. We bought him a couple of years back. We didn't do that. We actually didn't give birth to him. But this is probably the best thing I bought for him to come with us on a ride. This is a Mack Ride. It's incredible how versatile this thing is. It can fit on any bike. Just telescopical. It just fits on any bike. I broke it. No, I didn't. The only thing that stays on your bike is this little polyurethane bush that goes underneath your stem. Now, I've got one on my e-bike. Yes, I've got an e-bike. Don't really use it much, but I've got one there. And I've got one on my Mega or my Spectral. I'm not too sure. That's the only thing that stays on there. And when I need to go with little man somewhere, hey, little man, you wanna go for a ride? He's like, yeah, dude. He doesn't actually say that. He just goes, ah, yes, let's go riding. Now, we're in the garage. I've done a number of videos. I actually did a whole series on lockdown where I built my whole bike cave. Took me a month or so to do. Did loads of videos on it, and from the ground up. And this would be probably the best thing to have in your house. I love it. You come in here, you work on, you tinker on your bikes, you train in here on your turbo trainer. It's just somewhere where you can come, work on your pride and joys, make them good, make them running well. I love it. I love this. And I did it myself, and there's some bits which are terrible, some bits are falling apart. Maybe I should do a full garage walkthrough and the pros and cons of what I did and should have done. But what I've done is great. Now, having a bike rack on the back of your car, that just makes your life a lot easier to carry your bikes to the trails and back and keep the dirt out of your car, to me is essential, because I don't really want to have all my dirty bikes inside of my Jeep, because it's just nasty. And plus, if I want to carry some friends, I can't, because I've got the back of the Jeep is so full with bikes, I can't take them anywhere. Now, I did a little video with my friend on this, Martin Jones. We did a video on not how to build it, but of us building this bike rack to suit the back of my Jeep, so I could get into the back as well as keeping the bike still on the rack, not like my old one. Now, there's loads of ways you can carry your bike. You can carry your bikes on your roof, on a bike rack on the back, inside. Dottie's done a video on that. For me, I love it. It's an essential thing I needed, and we built it, and I like it a lot. But this is not for everyone. Okay, we love the great outdoors, and that is a rooftop tent. Now, I've done big journeys where I needed to go somewhere and camp before riding. A bit like Matt Jones and I, we went to Dyfi Bike Park in Wales. We went camping in winter. It's comfortable. You stay with your bike. You're out there. I love camping. My family loves camping. But that's one thing I purchased, and I'm not going to turn back. I love them. So there you go, those are my essential things that I have purchased, been given, been sponsored by. I've had them for years, and yeah, hopefully this has helped you out. Let us know in the comments down below, what is your favorite or essential thing that you love to carry? Because, you know, just that little black trug of mine, that goes everywhere with me, as well as, you know, these are, I highly recommend these. Cutlery, brilliant. And that, lip balm. Just keep them lips looking, don't know,